Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress and welcome back to Let's Play Streets of Rage for Genesis and Mega Drive with Adam. Time for 2 more rounds of moving around with the control pad and punching enemies with the B button and trying to grab them and knee them and body vault over them and try to suplex them when necessary. I can't believe I forgot to mention that you can obviously use the control pad to move around, but you probably kind of figured that out already. In round 3, we're meeting the green Galcias. These guys take a little bit more damage than the blue Galcias, but just a little bit more. And if you're wondering where I'm getting the enemy names, again, something else I should have mentioned in the first video, that would be from Streets of Rage 2. I know the girls with the whips have a name, or at least a name given to them by the fans that comes from Streets of Rage 2, but I forget what it is off the top of my head, so I'm just going to call them Dominatrixes or Whip Girls. Like I always have. I mean, if you've watched me play this game as Axel or as Blaze, you would pretty much know. And I'm fighting off a lot of enemies here. This is where the enemies start coming up in greater numbers. You'll definitely start fighting 3 enemies at a time. And knowing how to keep enemies to one side definitely helps with the crowd control. More than any weapon, any pipe, any baseball bat you can pick up, well, though those do help too. And of course, the more enemies you hit and destroy, the more points you get, obviously. You definitely need the points to get the extra lives throughout this game. You get your first one at 50,000, and another one at every subsequent 100,000. So whenever that second digit, that 10,000th digit hits 5, you're going to get an extra life. And there's a new sight right there. These karate guys lining up in groups of 3 and trying to attack you all at once. If you can take down the lead guy, the other 2 guys will just move away and they'll start doing their own thing. It also helps if you try to destroy more than one of them at any given time, just by throwing another enemy into everybody. Because when you do that, they will leave themselves vulnerable as they scramble back into a line. And that way you can kind of hit maybe 2 guys at the same time with a standing combo, which can be pretty useful to do. And in this stage we're getting all of the enemies, not all the enemies, all of the items out of these stacks of tires. The enemies are coming out of these sides like they always do. And we're pretty much at the end here. I didn't even give enough time to show off the little rolling can that was rolling around on the ground there. They do leave that nice little detail in there, and I've mentioned it in my other Let's Plays of this game. Speaking of things I've mentioned in other Let's Plays of this game, it's my battle with Abadede. I try to do the thing where I just stand there and just jump kick, but I also wanted to try to use my weapon too, but unfortunately I lost that weapon. And fearing that I'm going to die again due to my low health, I use a screen clearing attack to do some damage on the Galcia and this guy. And then that happened next. Guy with a knife didn't even have a chance to get completely on screen, which was pretty cool. It's nice to be able to take advantage of nifty little tricks like what I just did when you're playing as Adam, because it's not easy playing as Adam simply because of his slow movement speed. You can use your jump kicks to the best of your advantage. Definitely helps with clearing enemies out. There's always the jab and advance until you grab them, and then you can do whatever you want with them technique. But you cannot play Adam like you can Axel or Blaze. You had to be a little more clever to get closer to the enemy sometimes. That jump kick was rather nice, by the way. And we are now on round 4, where we have these pits again. As much as I wanted to take advantage of the pits, I say as I missed with that pepper shaker amazingly, I wasn't able to do it as much this time around with Adam. It helps not to do anything fancy with Adam, like what I did here with Axel and Blaze, because you're going to have a harder time getting people in the pits to begin with. It's going to be hard enough just trying to line them up. That guy died before he even landed into the pit, which is something. And I try to punch one or kick one of these guys over the pit. There's the guy with the baseball bat, but he ends up sailing over it. Like, the ground past the pit is there, we just can't get to it. Nevertheless, I do grab the knife on accident, and knowing that I did grab the knife, threw it at her. Didn't kill her. I don't know what these enemies are doing to make themselves slightly impervious to having knives thrown through your chest, but... well, a knife won't kill every enemy in this game, obviously. There's another extra life below that cone if you need it. And there's another variation of an enemy, this time a variation of a karate guy, who dresses up in brown. He takes a little bit more damage to kill off, but he can go down. We've also seen the purple signals too. We'll definitely see another one as we go through here, which doesn't give us a lot of space. And just like the other variations of enemies with different colors, this purple guy here, this purple signal, takes more damage than the yellow one. So we're going to start seeing recolors of enemies that take more damage than the previous versions we've seen before. And we see the beef here. That means we're getting pretty close to the end of the round here. You usually don't see a beef until you're pretty close to the end. And forget what I said about the game showing only 3 enemies at one time. Sometimes you'll be fighting like 4 or 5. I was probably thinking about the Master System version unintentionally, if and when I ever said that. I mean, I probably just may have mentioned it like a couple minutes ago, and I don't even remember it. I may not even mentioned it at all. I don't remember it not even mentioning it at all. That's how pretty relaxed I am with the commentary on this one, because I've played through this game twice already with the 2 other playable characters. That's how kind of relaxed I am with this. Like, I know what I'm talking about here. Plus, I'm on post-commentary, so that kind of helps. And there was the green signal, which took even more damage than the purple one. And then there's this guy. I keep thinking I'm not going to die to anything, so I don't use my special. Big mistake. I thought I was going to die to the fire guy. Nope, it was to this guy. And I used the screen clearing special after my first death of the game there to clear everyone out and try to stay up and in close. And there it is. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to grab the big guy, do 2 knees, body vault again, grab 2 knees, repeat. Because if you try to suplex this guy or throw this guy before he can run across the screen and try to hit you with his fire breath, if you try to throw him or suplex him, he will hurt you. Like, he will drop on you and do a massive amount of damage. And you don't want to do that. You can throw enemies into him, but I find walking up to him, doing the 2 knees, doing 2 body vaults, and grabbing him again, doing 2 knees, 2 body vaults, and then just repeating until he dies is a much more efficient way of just taking him down once and for all. So, yeah, best plan of action right there. Just make sure that the minions don't hit you. And that is it for rounds 3 and 4 of Let's Play Streets of Rage for Genesis and Mega Drive with Adam. Join me next time where I go through rounds 5 and 6. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!